All right, Wayne Allyn Root, a day delayed with the great Bill O'Reilly. I always miss not checking in with Bill, and I was at a major convention yesterday in Vegas, but I'm back today on Thursday, and we've got Bill O'Reilly with us. Bill, it's so good to be back with you.
Thanks, Wayne. I appreciate it.
So it's a real chess game between Trump and Pelosi, and it's more than a chess game. What's that game called? Russian roulette, where they take the gun and they point at each other's temples? I mean, this is like political suicide, waiting to see who destroys themselves. It's really quite crazy, and I wanted to get your take on who the losers will be politically. And at this point, is the country losing?
Well, certainly the country is losing because the Democratic Party doesn't really want to compromise. They just want to create chaos so Trump won't be reelected. And I think that statement is absolutely 100% true. I was surprised that President Trump kind of gave up the State of Union next Tuesday.
Yes.
I was surprised.
Big mistake?
I thought he might take my advice and give it outside on the Capitol steps, a la Lincoln and U.S. Grant and other presidents have done that. Because the perception is, and certainly if you watched the media today, the network news in particular, Trump folded, Trump caved, all of that. Now, we don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. And some Trump supporters like Rush Limbaugh say that this was a win for the president. I don't know how that's true. I mean, it might be, but maybe there's stuff I don't know. But at this point, it looks like Nancy Pelosi's emboldened. It looks like she says, okay, I won this stare down, so now I'm going to stare him down on everything. This is what the woman's history is. If she gets an advantage on you, she grinds you into the dirt. So again, maybe there's something I don't know. I was surprised, and I think it's harder to get a deal on the wall now than it was yesterday.
Yeah, if there's two people in the world I respect, it's Bill O'Reilly and Rush Limbaugh. And I'm with you on this one. I just don't understand how Rush could call it a win for President Trump. He caved to Nancy Pelosi. I thought it was a big mistake. And I thought your idea was great. Do it on the Capitol steps. My idea, do it outside. Do it at the border. Do it in front of a factory that's, booming because of the economy, because of Trump's policies.
But remember,
or do it at Texas Stadium, AT&T Stadium.
Right. If that happened, the networks wouldn't cover it. See, they'd have a hard time not covering the president in front of the Capitol. But if you make it into a rally or a neutral site, then the networks will ignore you. And then, of course, you're not going to get any ancillary play from the network news. So that's why I understand why he didn't do that. He could have gone to the Senate. But I talked to some Trump people, as they always do, behind the scenes, people who know and have access to the president. They said, look, it's just not presidential for him to do it anywhere else. We think that people will be angry that Nancy Pelosi forced the delay and the tide will turn. I don't know.
All right. I don't know. I don't agree. I just think you have to never let Nancy win on that issue. You're supposed to give a State of the Union, give it. Michael Cohen is the next topic. He's pushing back his testimony before Congress. He's citing concerns. He's being threatened by the president. Trump responded, called him a bad lawyer who sadly will not be testifying in front of Congress. Who's winning that one?
Well, he is going to be testifying in front of Congress because he's just been subpoenaed by the Senate. So he has to go. Michael Cohen, I don't know whether I told you this story real fast. During the campaign, President Trump called me, because I was trying to get an interview with him, and he said, look, I can't do it, but my lawyer, Michael Cohen, can. He'll be there. And I go, I don't want him. I said, why would I put Michael Cohen on the air? I don't use surrogates on the factor. I never do on either side, and I don't trust a word Michael Cohen says. And I didn't even know Michael Cohen. I didn't even know who he was. I just knew he was Trump's lawyer. He was going to, right. So I wouldn't use him. And now, I mean, I don't trust what Michael Cohen says. He's in business for Michael Cohen. But if he lies in front of the Senate, then he's got another beef. He's got another criminal beef. He's already going to jail in March. This would be another one. So I expect him to take the fifth, Wayne, on this Senate testimony. That's what I think he'll do.
All right, and last question of the day, kind of off the top of my head. I just wanted to get your take on the Covington boys, nice Catholic school boys who got totally slandered and maligned and threatened and bullied, and the whole liberal media hates these kids. And it seems to me that anyone who sees this through an unbiased eye realizes they got a raw deal. What say you, Bill O'Reilly?
Yeah, they got smashed, and it shouldn't happen to any child. And when you're 16, you're still a child in America. I think the overwhelming sentiment is that the press was dishonest, and it might be, Wayne, that the tide is turning against the American media. I have a column on BillO'Reilly.com explaining how the media has collapsed right in front of our eyes. And there's a lot of facts in there. I hope you and your viewers will go read that column. It's free for everybody on BillO'Reilly.com. But I think that this, even more than the BuzzFeed stuff, when you get kids and they're lying about kids, adults, ideologues are lying about children, even, even the liberal, very ardent liberals are going to say, no, we can't have that. So, yes, the kids got hurt. Maybe a greater good will come of it. If I were the parents of the kids, I'd pull them back now, get them out of the spotlight. Story's over. We all know what happened.
All right. BillO'Reilly.com is the place to go. BillO'Reilly.com. No Spin Zone. And the book is Killing the SS, still in the top 10 on the New York Times bestseller list. All these weeks later, you are a magician, my friend, and you are loved by the American public. And Wayne Root says we all appreciate Bill O'Reilly. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Wayne. See you soon.